on, talk into your mic for me.
Hello, howdy, hello, hi, hello.
Applebee's.
Well,
Hey, guys.
today we are going to play a very special game that Justin requested today. It's time to get into Pac-Man World 3.
Let's fucking go!
Irwin?
We'll get there.
The enemy's name is fucking Irwin.
Pac-Man fights his arch enemy, John Smith.
And remember, this is the Glover devs. This is the World 3 title screen.
Wow, this is fucking
What are we on,
odd.
a plane?
Wait.
Bleak as fuck.
Yeah.
So they have a in-game museum you can go to, where I remember.
Wow,
I remember fucking around.
Oh my god, that's like a torture device.
Oh,
You can practically
yeah.
hear his fucking pulse.
Let me use it.
Pac-Land, Pac-Mania,
There's so much more-
Pac-Man VR.
I'm sorry.
Experience what Pac-Man has gone through all these years.
This
In
reminds
what
me-
he's gone-
First-person virtual reality?
What do you
In
mean, what?
'96.
What?
What the
you.
f-
What is this Transformers-ass
Yeah.
menu screen?
I was literally gonna say, was this Transformers? They call that a museum? That's like my dingy basement.
The World 2 Museum had way more games on offer.
It wasn't the lack of games that was the problem. It was the problem that it felt like Pac-Man had captured us and locked us away in his basement. That was the problem.
There should be a secret extra in this game that when you press a bunch of buttons, it just plays the entirety of Pixels.
Did someone say cake?
Well, you only turned 25 once.
It just sounds so old.
Holy shit, Pac-Man.
You, dude.
Oh my god.
Is there a...
I'm 28.
Yeah, like, oh my god, calm down.
My Pac sense is tingling.
Okay, it wasn't your Pac sense was tingling, it's that you were being evaporated.
That happens to everyone when they turn 25.
It won't.
Show me this guy's balls, please.
I'm Googling Pac-Man's balls.
I'm Googling balls.
Why would you make the first level of your game like the goo level?
Why? See,
It's like very unappealing.
No, so compared to the other games, this game has a really weird, like almost like post-apocalyptic aesthetic for a lot of its levels. Well, I think a lot of it is remnants because this wasn't originally going to be a Pac-Man world game. This is really going to be like a weird Pac-Man adventure game that I think they might have gotten like Don Bluth involved with, or want some like really famous animator, but like the remnants of it kind of became this, if I remember correctly.
Average day of being 25 and unemployed.
Your unemployed friend at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Searching for monsters.
Fighting through toxic wastelands. Barely struggling to survive. Quipping to no one. Just like quipping up
Into the void.
and just like, yeah, that's funny, right, guys? And there's no one.
Oh my god.
When I worked at Wegmans and I would be pushing the carts around, I would just start doing random impressions to nobody.
Oh, I did that all the time.
And then I got caught one time doing it. I was like pushing carts into a like one of the corral things.
Yeah.
And I was doing, for some reason, like a conversation between Brian from Family Guy and also Peter Griffin. And then there was just like a customer that was like 5 feet from me and I had no idea. They just looked at me, which I'm so glad they only did that because I probably would have gotten fired because I was just like
Were you doing Peter X Brian fan
not
fiction?
exactly, but they were cursing at each other.
What do you mean not Oh, okay.
Guys, what's your favorite Family
What
Guy?
the f am I gooning over
What's
here?
your favorite Family Guy joke?
No, ship.
Oh.
I was gonna say.
What is your
what's
favorite Family Guy joke?
The show.
That's a good one.
Sorry.
Oh.
Dude, that's you.
Wow.
It's a little version of me.
25th anniversary Pac-Man.
I want you to have it.
I don't want this.
I don't want it. This is reminding me of that fucking Nicktoons game that we played.
Nicktoons Unite?
Yeah.
Kind of. It's the same era. It's like 2005.
Well, just like aesthetically, where it was like the first level of that was like Evil Factory for some
Yeah.
reason.
oh yeah, good
Yep.
point.
It's like,
yeah.
why? I don't know. I feel like natural progression
was-
of games, it's usually like they're just like, first level is like woods.
Yeah.
Well, that was shit. What the?
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa, whoa.
You just lost.
Oh, you're back at the beginning.
I'll be real though, like as much as it's less of like a fun like goofy platformer like World 2 was, the platforming like honestly like the controls are really tight.
Pac-Man is very clearly one of the like gaming icons from like the 80s and 90s that like they were like, oh well, we can just transition this into the Mario 64 formula and it will work. Like I don't know, Pac-Man's like core gameplay was like very arcade style. Like this would be like the equivalent of them doing a fucking Galaga, but it's like a Star Fox knockoff.
I mean,
That sounds awesome.
That actually sounds good.
Ah.
That's like if they took
Oh.
Dig Dug and made it an RPG.
Well, At least I can get across the goo now.
Pac-Man sounds like he should be selling cars.
I mean, to be fair, it's not as bad as the Ghostly Adventures voice.
Listen, I don't mind the Ghostly Adventures that much. Okay, that animation is silly. That doesn't
That's
really
when I have to
work.
pee really bad and I can't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Why does his fists have blade noises?
He's packing a punch, dude.
He's packing.
He's got a sharp punch, I guess. I don't know why I thought that said it's based Pac-Man.
This guy is based and blue-pilled Pac-Man.
How can he be that at the same time?
Blue-pilled the
Blue pill is when you choose to stay in the Matrix. Fuck you! It's a you watched the
Oh my
Criterion
God.
Collection. You should know the Matrix.
Damn, you missed Pac-Man talking
You
about
should
bone
know
age.
good
Why is it?
movies.
I caught that. I caught that.
I'm gonna be so real with you. Did not like the Matrix.
They're these called like spectral creatures, spectral monsters. They're basically functioning the exact same as ghosts, but they're a little scarier. The reason is because the traditional ghosts are like actually like our allies in this game.
Oh, got it.
Basically the main bad guy's goal in this, he's basically destroying the ghost's home in order to take over Pac-Man's world. So basically both sides kind of have a reason to ally.
Oh, why do the
Whoa,
ghosts
it's like Pac-Man original, but it kind of looks like ass.
look... Why do the ghosts look like that?
Yeah, why do they look like thimbles? It was crazy that the textures in that were like really kind of nicer, and then we come back into this and it looks like it's like not rendered enough.
What should my name be? I have 3 letters.
Anyway, hey, welcome back. You don't like the Matrix?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all being cut out.
I think the visuals are very impressive and stuff for like the time.
Yeah.
Like I think that's really cool. I just thought the story was kind of like overly convoluted, and I was just kind of like, I think people say the second one's better. and I think
Everyone
people
tends to
don't.
agree the first one
I-
is the best, and the sequels
I-
are hit or miss depending on who you are.
That
Oh, okay.
yes, that.
Okay.
I know a bunch of people are really ride or die on the new one.
Yeah,
because the new one is like they basically did like a parody.
Yeah,
in a
it's
way.
you either love it or you hate it. Also, hey Veras, you like Pac-Man? You like Sonic Frontiers, right?
I sure do.
I love Snake. I love Worm.io.
Oh my-
Holy shit.
Man, Frontiers really stole a lot from this game. We have the fucking Psyloop, and then this whole thing is Orson like, yeah, all these ruins belong to like an ancient civilization called the Ancients.
Oh my fucking god. That is...
that's
The
not just-
Ancients is not an original
No,
idea.
it's not. It's not.
No.
It's not. It's like
By no means.
I mean, even FF7 did that
Yeah,
beforehand.
it's not stealing, it's called laziness. There was like this deleted scene that someone found from the 2011 Muppets movie recently. Because apparently that movie was going to be like totally different. And then they kind of switched the plot around at the last minute to make it like more simplistic and stuff. And there's this scene that someone found.
Oh my god.
And it has Billy Crystal in it. Scooter and the fucking Sam Eagle are like protesting to get like, I think the Muppets like invited to the Oscars or something. Billy Crystal shows up and he's like, what's going on here? And they have a Billy Crystal impersonator. He comes over and he's like, what's going on here? And the impersonator guy just keeps like talking back at him. and there's like police there too because they're like protesting.
Yeah.
And Billy Crystal just points at the guy. He's like, I got jury duty next week. Can you cover that for me? And the guy's like, no, I'm going to be on a TV. I'm going to be fabulous. And then Billy Crystal's like, somebody please arrest this guy. I mean, no, kill this guy. Can we kill this? And it's so funny. I'm like, why'd they cut that?
Is that a fortune cookie with a crystal in it? What's the fortune?
Pac-Man,
Kill your dad.
your son is evil, Pac-Man. Kill him. Kill him. Put the boy down.
She's cheating on you, you know.
They just prey on
There's
Pac-Man's.
a reason why they call him Dig Dug.
Oh my god.
And the Pac-Man's
Holy
like, he's
shit.
preying on my Pac insecurities.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Me when I see a smelly, delicious pie.
Oh, I can't butt bounce on these guys. They get the spiky backs.
Well, you can, but you're gonna get an ass full of spike.
Oh, there's little bugs. They bite me. I don't like them.
No, I don't like it when the bugs bite me. They give me little marks on my leg.
God, if we did a whole fucking episode where we talked in like baby voice,
We lose subscribers. People would leave.
the average watch time would be like 4 seconds.
God damn it.
But yeah, anyway, going back to what we were talking about earlier, I probably should rewatch The Matrix.
I mean, it's fine. I'm
my
not gonna
first
knock
time
on you,
watching
like,
it, I also
harp on
was
you for
watching it on Discord with like 6 people. For sometimes it's fine, but the one person that was there, they wanted to show the movie to us, and they were like
Really?
super fan of the movie and wouldn't stop bringing up background facts and stuff during the movie, which I really don't enjoy. There's movies that I like that are that I have like a soft spot for.
That's true. There are movies that I like that are complete garbage.
Thomas and the Magic Railroad should have got at least 15 Academy Awards.
That is the movie that I was referring to.
All right, come on. It has Alec Baldwin in it.
It sure does.
Yeah.
I have a framed poster of that movie.
I know. I remember you mentioning that.
Movie hot takes. What's a movie you like that everyone else hates?
Pirates, the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I think that movie.
I thought you were gonna say the pirate, like Pirates, the animated movie by like
No,
Aardman?
Aardman.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No, that
Band
was
of
a good
Misfits,
movie.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was okay.
That was a
I
good
remember I
movie.
watched
Yeah.
that on a sick day, and I was like, cool, but I don't think I ever thought about it ever again. So you say the
Where's
third
the
Pirates
blue
of the
crystal?
Caribbean?
Yeah, the third one. I mean, okay. Honestly, I've been seeing a lot of people turning around on it. Honestly, I think it
I
is.
saw like bits and pieces. It seemed okay.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's a fantastic end to a trilogy, and they never made any other ones.
I haven't seen any Pirates of the Caribbean.
So I see it
At
like
all.
this.
I keep seeing them disjointedly.
I genuinely love those movies. You can watch the first 3, and it's a perfect trilogy, and you can just leave it like that. Yeah, because I've been seeing a lot more like favorable takes about the second and third Pirates movies, because I feel like in the era of Hollywood slop we're in now, those movies being genuinely really artistically well put together and clearly very passionately made is kind of something that people took it for granted.
Would your favorable movie that's like unpopular be Thomas and the Magic Railroad, or do you have like a more controversial one?
I like the Yokai Watch movie a lot. I don't know how people feel about it because it's not like a super popular movie, but like I genuinely loved Yokai Watch, like the anime. It was really like the game was nothing to really write home about, but the show was incredibly funny. Seasons 1 and 2 of
Keep
Yokai
going that
Watch
way.
were really good, and then they made a movie. It was kind of the perfect wrap up to like that era of Yokai Watch to me, but it had way more personality and flair than Pokemon did, in my opinion. Probably that would probably be my like more accurate
Dan,
pick.
what about you? And then after we do this, I'm gonna ask the reverse. That's gonna be where we get the
What
hot
that-
takes.
You know what? I also
What that we-
I have a
Popular
everyone
movie
else
that
likes.
we hate.
I have
that everyone else really
I have a
likes.
second. After Dan goes, I have a second answer to mine actually.
Okay.
Spider-Man 3.
People are definitely turning around on it and leaning into like the campier, schlockier aspects of it and enjoying it, which is what is fun about those movies.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man 3 is not that bad. I think Spider-Man 3 is a series of really good scenes that just aren't put together well. The thing is that he didn't want to make a Venom movie.
Yeah, Sam Raimi
Right.
didn't want Venom.
He didn't want
at
Venom,
all,
and then
but
Avi Arad, who's like, no, the kids love Venom. You got to give the fans what they want.
They were gonna do a Spider-Man 4, and they were gonna do Mysterio. It was gonna be Bruce Campbell was gonna be Mysterio.
He also cameos in all 3 Spider-Man movies because he was the wrestling announcer in the first movie. He was like the bouncer at MJ's play in the second movie, and he was the French.
Who puts the ring in the glass.
Oh yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
That's him
the
and
whole-
Sam Raimi
Wait, I thought I
made.
found the key.
The fourth movie
The
was
original.
supposed to be like I was there the whole time.
Like he was Mysterio the whole time, because him and Sam Raimi were like friends as kids,
Yeah.
and then they made The Evil Dead like out in the woods,
Well,
like
get the
it
funny
completely
robot enemies
independently, and then like sold that, and it was like the biggest horror movie at that time.
Yeah.
Fellas.
Hard cut. Shut the fuck up. There's a mech on screen. Wow.
Guys, this
Now
really-
we're playing in a mech in Pac-Man.
welcome to Mech Assault 3.
Oh my! Whoa.
Dude, Ninja Go. I heard horrible things about that new A24 Civil War movie. I saw it. I thought that shit was really cool, honestly. It was really scary. It was a very well-made movie.
I'm gonna change my answer for like the movie that I like that is hated. Ironically, but also kind of unironically, is the '93 Mario movie.
Because it's a
yeah.
good movie, but just a bad Mario movie.
It's a
Okay,
terrible
I looked
Mario
up-
movie, but it's
I
actually
looked up that
it's kind of
number.
fun. It's like a
It's
schlocky, fun like action
a while.
movie.
Oh, what the fuck is that disgusting ass thing?
Oh. Oh, he's worse.
God, I hate his design. I hate both of their designs.
They're bad, yeah.
He looks like one of the germs from Dr. Mario, but the germs like got like addicted to crack.
Whoa, wow.
Pac-Man just got teleported into the cold vacuum of space. Whoa! What is this place? He starts
my God.
inflating and turns blue.
He starts what?
So welcome to hell. Anyway,
Yeah.
Sick. Finally.
Did you
I
think of
liked
it?
the pink.
What is it? A movie that everyone loves that
A
I
movie
don't
that is like critically acclaimed.
Oh, I
that
remember.
you don't like.
What is
I
it?
remember what it was.
What was it?
It was Across the Spider-Verse. My whole thing that we were talking about was that it's like, I don't hate Across the Spider-Verse at all. I just think it's kind of dull.
that's hilarious because I honestly think it's like actually miles better than the first one.
That's a crazy opinion.
I disagree completely.
You see that? Honestly, okay,
pun, by the way.
I think no one shoot me. I think Into the Spider-Verse is incredible. I think it's really, really good.
Yeah, of course.
But like Across spoke to me a lot more, if that makes sense.
And that's fine. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, I think we did. It was like a while ago, but it's more so like the first movie isn't bad. I'm not gonna say like it's actually like garbage and the other one's better.
No.
It's real. No, Into the Spider-Verse is really good. I think Across is. I don't know. I enjoyed it a lot more than the first one.
I love the camera.
I thought the character writing and work was a lot more like engaging. Like I was the drama of it all. I was a lot more like attached to.
That's fine. Like the writing in it is very well done in terms of like how like the tension is built and the drama is built, and I think that like it's good. Again, it's not bad. I'm not like it's like I'm not sitting here being like Across is garbage. Like no, that's not true at all. Like it's the movie's fine. My biggest problem with Across compared to Into is just that Into, in my opinion, I felt like they took so much time to like make it such like a nice digestible story that like it leaves itself open for sequels, but also is its own enclosed story that begins, ends, and you can just watch it and move on. With Across, I know it's supposed to be a two-parter, but I always hated that. I always hated when movies like purposefully split up stuff like that when it doesn't feel like the first movie gave us enough walk away satisfied, because like I didn't walk away very satisfied from Across because they're separated into two movies, and because like again Across left a lot to be desired for me. It barely felt like a movie. It felt like an episode. Like I went to a theater to watch a TV episode.
Like I still thought the movie was really good,
Yeah.
but just knowing that it's like part one and you can kind of feel like certain story beats like still doing like new things even at like the end of the movie that make you clearly like understand that it's part one.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that we went into this movie knowing that it was a part one
That didn't help.
is I don't like when movies do that. The new Dune movies, when that first one came out, it was just called Dune, and then I saw that and I thought it was cool, but it ends kind of on like a weird ending, and I was like, okay. But then they were like, oh, it's because they only adapted half of the first book.
Right.
Because the book is 750 pages or some shit.
Yeah.
Then
that,
you kind of have yourself a Final Fantasy VII remake situation.
When you're adapting a book, I really don't care if they do that. I was a Percy Jackson fan in the early 2010s, and I know what a shitty adaptation of a movie based off a book looks like. If you have a game, and then you take the game that already fit as one game on a tiny, minuscule cartridge, and you say, okay, it's going to be 100 gigabytes, but this is only a third. It's like, brother, you have to pay for it three times?
As someone who's played the two remake parts that are out now, they took a 6-hour part in the original and stretched it into a 35-hour game, because they fleshed out that section like miles more than it was in the original, and you could argue it probably wasn't necessary, and to an extent it was. I think the first part like remake was a bit too bloated, but once we get to the second part, you start to realize the actual benefit of making it so much longer.
Counterpoint, I actually don't like it when they do that. The sentence 7 hours to 35 hours made me physically recoil.
It's not just that things take longer, they add in a ton of story beats in between the major ones.
Sure.
And also a ton of original stuff. Once you get to some of the more heavier moments in the second part, like when the story is like really picking up, they hit like a million times harder because you've been with these characters for so much longer than you were in the original. For example, a lot of characters that didn't have much interaction in the original will have like whole little side missions together, which makes the entire group seem like it has a lot more like synergy.
I'll give you that. But I guess like in my head it'd be like, oh, instead of like 7 to 35, do like 7 to like 15.
Rebirth, in my opinion, does a much better job balancing it, because Rebirth tackles a much bigger chunk of the original game. Rebirth is like 90 hours long, and it's genuinely really engaging stuff.
I've only played a little bit of Final Fantasy VII. I haven't gotten around to playing the remake. I'm not in a position where I can accurately judge this game. To me, I prefer more condensed, concise experiences.
For me, it depends on just what the experience is going for. I definitely agree with that with some cases, but I mean, you're talking to the Metal Gear and Kingdom Hearts fans.
I can play a long game, but I think it's just like I'm never gonna play like fucking World of Warcraft or something that, bro. It's like those kind of games.
If something was like short and concise, it knew what it wanted to be, it stayed for as long as it needed to, and then it was done. And a lot of the times when games tried to stretch that, it was just excessive. Now that's becoming less of a problem these days. I believe that it's like good. It's just like for me, I just don't know if I will be able to play that because of how much longer it is.
Yeah, they are long, and I'll say definitely part 1 I think has some pacing issues.
That's like, I remember when you were playing like Xenoblade.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me to play that.
I wanted to play it. I tried playing the 3DS remake a little bit, and I didn't hate it at all. I was actually enjoying myself a lot. I just stopped using my 3DS for a while.
Getting back to the original prompt of the
Oh
question.
yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
No, it's a good conversation to have.
I didn't think the OG Blade Runner was that amazing.
Yeah,
Heard
no,
issues
that
about
movie
that?
is really boring.
Well, because also I was kind of half paying attention also because it was in a Discord call for a college class.
No, it wouldn't have been better if you viewed it by yourself, because I watched it by myself. It was boring. I was talking to Michael, and I remember I mentioned how I had to watch the original Blade Runner for class. He's like, yeah, I've been told it's supposed to like subvert expectations or whatever. And I remember when I finished watching the movie, we were sharing a dorm at the time. He was at his desk. Yeah. I literally turned to him slowly and I said, that was probably the most pointless and boring movie I've seen in a long time. And he went, so it subverted your expectations because you thought it was going to be good. And I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
And I think I watched what critics and fans claim to be like the best version.
But I don't know. I haven't watched any Blade Runner stuff. This one, he's just fucking guarding that one.
Wow.
Let me go!
Oh my god!
But yeah, no, I.
Oh no!
Well,
what happened to you?
Whoa! What the? That is
what
his
happens
nose,
when
right?
you turn 25.
I love playing Man World 3.
I'm
Oh, never
terrible at
mind. Wait,
remembering.
but his eyes go!
If only I could find a friendly ghost to tell me which way.
You can find them with the eyes I don't have.
Help! Who?
I actually don't mind the writing in this at all.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of like pretty funny bits in here.
I don't like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Me neither, honestly.
Really?
What?
I mean, my parents love it.
It's
I don't.
kind of aged horribly.
I just
Well,
no. I just,
That is true.
That is fair.
Dumb and Dumber? 5 stars. I'm there all the time.
See, I'm kind of
classic movie.
Honestly, I kind of put that in the same camp.
Stay over there. But like Ace Ventura, usually when I see Jim Carrey, it's like kind of endearing. He's kind of just like, oh,
He's
like
a silly guy.
He's a silly guy. He's being silly. But when he's Ace Ventura, I wish he got hit by a car.
Oh no.
I like Ace Ventura. I think it's fun. I know it hasn't aged well, but
I understand
cool.
that The Godfather is supposed to be like this like
is cool.
amazing movie that like everyone's like, oh, it's so
fine,
beautiful, it's a cinematic masterpiece. And I watch it, I'm like, this is confusing. What is this?
Oh, I have another answer. Citizen Kane.
I still haven't seen that.
I was literally falling asleep, and then halfway through the movie, that fucking bird scene, that fucking bird that I hate shows up.
A bird that I hate.
And then it literally jump scared me awake. And I that's literally what happens.
Oh, really?
A bird shows up, full screen, and goes, ah! And
That's
then,
awesome.
There's no mention of it. Never happens again. And I'm
guy.
convinced it's there to keep people awake.
You know the drill.
I'm Tommy 12 Toes.
Super stomp.
Eat my candy, huh, kid? Eat my green candy.
Oh my god.
In
Why is there
dead
no music?
silence.
Yeah, where's the music?
Yeah, sometimes there isn't any.
Why are we in subspace?
Justin, remember when you said your disc was working well?
Yeah, maybe this is what the.
Look at him fall!
Anyway, guys, this is Pac-Man World 3.
As I said,
is there no fucking kill floor?
guys, as I said before,
No, the game is probably just gonna crash after a certain moment.
Oh
how
my
it feels to be 25.